انجليزي ده مرسي.
مرحبا واهلا وسهلا for everyone who's watching us at home. I'm one of your co-hosts for today and my name is Ahmad Alfares.
My name is Amjad Ouda.
Ahmad Bahour.
And Rashed Hourani.
And you are watching JABBA, just a bunch of bored Arabs, a podcast for the Arab culture.
اليوم بدنا نحكي معكم في موضوع أشياء بنواجهها إحنا كشباب وبنات بأيامنا اليومية.
طيب, let me start this off by asking you guys a question. So what do you guys think is a challenge that adults face nowadays?
I'll take that. I'll go first. I think the major issue that we are facing right now is that we are exposed to a lot of virtual or online platforms that show us perfect worlds for the people who are living around us. So we always feel like we are missing something. We are not confident. We are not very satisfied with the way we live our lives. So I feel like that always leads to demotivation, or we feel down because we are not achieving the standards that are around us.
And I can add to this point, adaptation is also another one where it has been a little difficult and just different than what it usually is to what we've been going through. Adaptation has been a tough one. A lot of people have been adapting really well, but it's also something that we've been facing.
For sure, Ahmed. I want to go back. You said platforms. You mean as in social media, or which exactly social?
Yeah, okay. No, social media. I just didn't want to attack it directly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it that social media does present a certain perspective on things. It's like a one-sided or a image of a perfect thing, which whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, it always represents of things being positive, which is not always the case. And even if it is positive, you also have that positive side within your life. Just
100%.
You see both sides in your life. You don't see it in other people's lives.
Yeah, just to build on this point, just because I personally think it's a huge part of our lives. Like, I personally spend over 10 hours a day on my phone. I don't know if this is an average or not. We do spend a lot of time on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, كل هالأشياء. The problem is people only share their positive news. People only share their good moments. No one's gonna share an image of them or a video of them crying or failing or هالأشياء. So it's more like when you see it, when you spend too much time consuming these amount of good news or positivity وما أعرف إيش وهيك, sometimes you relate this back to your life, where you feel that you're behind or you're demotivated or something like that. So it's important to also look on the same sides. So yes, it is motivation هالأشياء وهيك, take the positivity out of it, but also keep in mind that this is not normal. This is not no one's perfect. No one's life is so exciting. مو كل واحد كل يوم عنده سفر وشغل ومش عارف ايش وهيك. So that's a great point actually.
I want Ahmed, I know you said there's a few platforms, which there is in the professional world and the social world. I want to ask for everybody here, has social media been a positive or a not so positive experience in your life? Because I know a lot of people enjoy being on social media and they do have self-control and even enjoy or even actually use it for a living as a source of income. So what has it been, what kind of impact did it have on your life, and how did you go around by dealing with it, I guess?
I would say it was I'm not gonna say it was a negative part of my life, but I feel like recently, over the past few years, it's just been it put too much pressure on me, and I felt like I needed a break from this social environment around me. I wanted to focus more on myself because there's a lot of distractions. Like as Ahmed said, you spend 8, 9, 10 hours on social media, just going. Even if you're just scrolling, you're being too distracted. You're focusing on multiple things at the same time. So honestly, I felt that I was spending too much time on it, and I wanted to take a break from it or focus somewhere else. So the way I solved that was deactivate all my social media accounts. Just keep Facebook for the memes. I like Facebook, so I kept that. But Instagram and all other platforms, I deactivated that. And honestly, it was just a temporary action, but after I saw the benefits, I decided not to bring it back. It's been almost 6 months since I did that.
Well, good for you.
No, a lot of people can say the opposite. They can tell you, oh, I can control myself and stuff, but do they really? Sometimes it has a positive effect. Sometimes it's nice to keep up with what's happening around you. يعني you don't want to ما بدك تبين كأنك انت الجاهل اللي ما بيعرف ايش اللي قاعد بيصير حواليه صح؟
جاهل يا
Yeah.
ابو.
لا بس مو هيك يعني كمان في اشياء ثانيه تعرفوا عنده فيسبوك كمان بيتبع الميمز بس بس شو اسمه
the same memes that everybody knows and they're not the same memes that Ahmed knows.
They're all Egyptian
يعني
memes. But yeah,
كل
definitely.
بلاتفورم
I personally think انه it's all about the people who you follow. يعني تحكي لي انه you spend your time following, for example زي ما راشد حكى, if you're following news و updates BCC ما اعرف ايش هدول البلاتفورمز والنيوز والاشياء و positive things, مو positive in terms of people faking stuff, but positive in terms of educational. So for example, I don't know if it was Amjad, a few days ago you were saying that TikTok has been improving. I've been getting a lot of information. The lawyer هذا اللي بيحكي الأشياء وكذا. But it all depends on what's your interest and what you get on your feed.
صح like
Go ahead.
sorry. I just wanted to say يعني it's true. Sometimes لأنه أنت بتعرف social media is mostly like algorithm based on how you use your social media. So you can kind of almost control what you can see and what you don't. Which can sometimes be a positive, and you can control in a way that you get positive things that actually help you. But also sometimes like بيجي السوشيال ميديا بلاتفورمز هيك برموا لك شغله هيك عرفت يجربوا عليك بلكي هي ضبطت معك فانت مثلا ممكن يجي يلفت انتباهك وتعلق ضلها عندك عرفت
عليك.
فهو
هلا شوف aside from social media and like this issue that we're talking about, like being seeking approval and seeking acceptance from people, I feel like acceptance also comes in other sorts than just social media. Yeah, we agree social media plays a big role, but also there's something like your circle of people, your small circle, well, your big circle, well, your community, the people around you. You also subconsciously seek their approval in other matters, such as, let's say you want to switch majors. You're 2 years in, 3 years in, or even you graduated and you've been working in your industry for a couple of years and you decided that's not the right place for you and you want to switch majors, hit the brakes, go somewhere else. But you always fear what people are going to think of you. Oh, he dropped this job to go after a hobby. So I feel like this is also something that we seek approval in subconsciously, and that's an issue that we all are facing as well.
100% موضوع انه seeking approval هالاشياء definitely is happening. like even us, even if حتى لو انت بتعرف this is happening you should not be seeking approvals or اشياء, you still sometimes fall in.
Yeah.
100%.
But like sometimes it's not a really bad thing to seek some kind of approval, external approval. مو ضروري إنه your everyday choices. لا بالعكس يعني sometimes إنه you want some of your close friends. مثلا أنا بروح لحدا مثلا كثير قريب علي وأنا بعرف إنه هذا الشخص بيهتم لي وبيهتم لمصلحتي وبيساعدني بأشياء إنه هو he thinks is the best move. sometimes أنت بتكون أنت مخطط لحالك إشي معين طريق معين يعطيك هذا الشخص الثاني يعطيك فكرة أو approval in a way أنت بعطيك a different idea to how to look at your plan. عرفت? It can give you a different perspective.
That's advice versus approval. They're two different things in my opinion. يعني I wanna switch majors and I just want an advice on how what's the best way to do that versus I want approval on should I make this move or not. There's a difference between advice and approval.
I feel like that's something that comes from the inside. I feel like you should take the initiative by yourself and figure out the time to see that other major that you want to go into would be beneficial in your life or in your life in many ways, and not just at the financial way. You have to be happy inside for you to take over that. And when you go to, you for sure will have to go ask others, but I feel like that should be secondary opinions after your opinion. So your opinion should always comes first, and I feel like that's just how you would find the right path by going by. It shouldn't be an approval; it should be an opinion always. You shouldn't be seeking other approvals for your life, career, or whichever that's actually impact your life.
Yeah, Amjad, you also have a story that you want to share with us about switching to careers.
Sure.
We're actually talking about this.
True.
Went through it. So
Ahmed, by the way, when you were speaking, I did my internet connection was unstable, so I barely heard half of it. But I did hear about the approval, so that's why I jumped in on it. But yeah, me myself, actually, I did switch out of programs. I went from business to engineering like a year and a half later. And that's one thing that I had to do by myself, is that's what I've done. So when I said something from the inside, that I had to just look at engineering, see if this is something that I would like. And it was for sure over business. So I decided to take it over just because I would enjoy it as a career. And I kind of looked at the 60 year after I graduated and not that 1.5 years before. And I felt like it's okay. I wouldn't say waste, because I still learned stuff. I still know the business stuff that I learned in the classes. So I feel like it was just a nice journey. It was.
Did you attend, طيب? Yeah, you learned it. Did you attend classes?
I did attend classes, yes.
طالب المجتهد موجود.
I still do.
I think what people need to understand is that, like, or I know it's not wasting, but a lot of people will think of it as wasting time. But even if you just wasted 1 year, it's worth it, because you're investing your next 60+ years working in this field, spending 9 to 10 hours per day, whether at work or thinking of work or doing some work at home. So you really need to take this risk, because it's in the long term you'll see a lot of benefits of it. Yeah, right now a lot of people are afraid to take additional 2 years to do another degree or a minor or whatever. But in the next 5, 10, 20 years, you will realize that yes, I did the right decision. Oh, I'm so grateful that I took a year or 2.
You're waking up, going to work, you're going to class every day, you're happy, you're that's if you decide to choose which majors. But yeah, just like you said, that
This actually brings me to a point that Ahmed always talks about. Like it's also an issue that we could talk about, is that people always want, in our generation, they want everything quickly. Ahmed, that's always something you talk about. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, for sure. I also think this is one of the issues that we are all facing, whether we're adults, even our parents, everyone around the world right now, giving the exposure to social media, to everything around us. We really are trying to get everything as soon as possible. Your second year, you're trying to get an internship with great companies. When you get to a third year, you want to secure a full-time job before you graduate. When you graduate, you start to think, okay, I need to get married, I need to get a good job, I need to improve myself, I want to be in another position, I want to be in a different country, I want to travel the world, I want to get married, I want to get kids. كل هالأشياء. So I feel right now our community is not living the moment, it's not living their lives. We're always thinking about the future. Definitely 100%. I think everyone agrees that we should always plan for the future. We should always be passionate about where we want to end and where we want to be and how much money we're making, how much friends we have, family, هالأشياء. But I think we're putting too much focus on it, so that we're not living our present. We're always thinking about the future. We always want things to come to us fast, whether it's a job, هالأشياء, and it's causing a lot of issues.
لكن بدي احكي انه زي ما حكيت احمد، يعني هلا كل شيء قاعد بيمشي نعم.
اي احمد
فارس، زي ما كان بيحكي احمد فارس، انه هلا كل شيء قاعد بيمشي بسرعه، وكل شيء الناس بدها اياه يمشي بسرعه. يعني لو ترجع ايام زمان ما بتلاقي مثلا اجدادنا مثلا كان بهالحماس وبهالسرعه، وانا بدي اخلص هلا وهالقد وهلا. تلاقي انه معاش حياته بالاول وسوى هيك واشتغل، بعدين يمكن تلاقي صار عمره 30 35 سنه بعدين قرر يدخل الجامعه، عرفت؟ فهاي كلها برايي انه لها دخل بالسوشيال ميديا، لانه انت هون بتصير تشوف العالم مثلا هذا هلا قدي سوى هيك وهذا سوى هيك. وانا برايي هذا الشيء المفروض انه احنا دائما نتذكره لما نشوف هاي الاشياء، ونتذكر انه كل واحد بيمشي بطريقه هو، ايش مصلحته هو، لانه كل واحد له تايم فريم معين.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. Is enjoy the ride, like enjoy whatever you're doing, enjoy the way there. Don't just look at the end goal and just be in a tunnel vision. No, just there's cheese outside. There's beautiful people to speak to. There's many different activities that you can be doing. It's not always about financial, whether I want to get married and how that. Because the human brain honestly can take so much. If you wake up every single day, then you have something to chase, you have something to get, it's good, it's amazing. But I know no single human can wake up every day and just chase that such, I would say, demand and pressure from this life that we're living. I feel like it shouldn't have to be like that. It's just, like life is beautiful and we have beautiful faces.
Don't you need something to drive you all the time, motivate you?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. You for sure need that. But I feel like it's the time limit that kind of puts people down. It's the just like Ahmed said, It's, you know, like, I gotta get married. I just graduated. I gotta find a job. I gotta get married. If you graduated and you didn't find a job and then you decided to travel for a year, it's okay. If everybody around you got married and you still didn't, it's okay. That's fine. That's just your life. That's your path. You should always have a drive. You should have motivation for everything that you do. But if it doesn't go with the long or the timelines of the people around you, that's fine. Like, it's, you know, just that's how your life goes. And
yeah, and it's important زي ما قلت إنه نحن بدنا الأشياء. We all agree إنه we have to be successful. We have to get goals وهالأشياء. بس المشكلة إنه we want it so quick. And right now you see someone 26, 27 thinking of becoming a millionaire tomorrow. You know, buying big stock, ما بعرف إيش,
Well, I
Bitcoin.
think about that every day, man.
Yeah, this is a huge issue. لأنه you can't just keep focusing on it. Or حتى even if you achieve this specific goal that you want in a very, you know, young age, you will pay a very high price, which is your health, your stress, هالأشياء.
yeah, your time, your everything. Like, they tell you, when you see old, like, millionaires or billionaires, they tell you, like, one thing that money can't buy is time. So you just enjoy your journey, becoming rich or becoming successful, on whatever your success is, you know.
So work-life balance, that's key, right?
Yeah.
أمجد
yeah.
أنت تحركت بس ما سمعنا، فعيد اللي حكيته.
أمجد علق أظن.
أمجد علق. أوكي مو موجود.
خلينا نطلع. استنى شوي.
I can hear you guys. I'm okay.
اوكي خلاص مش مشكلة. شوفوا أمجد بالبوست تبعه هلا for a while. Anyways, yeah, I was actually thinking about something هلا. What's it called? Yeah, about having a plan and about wanting everything quickly. There's also something in common, which is, you know, sometimes after 3, 4, 5, 6 years doing something, you realize that you actually haven't achieved something. You're not going anywhere. You don't want to be here. Do you guys think this is because they did not have a plan, or that they did not have a drive, or what would cause it? Because I see actually a lot of people, and it's their 6th or 7th year in university. They're not failing. They're just taking more courses and more courses, and they might have shifted majors between halftime. But then after like 6, 7, 8 years, they realize, no, what am I doing? Like, I wasted time. I don't know what I want to do in the future, where I'm going. يعني that's actually an issue that I've seen multiple times.
Definitely, yeah, 100%. هلا المشكلة إنه people don't try enough things and just assume that, you know, they're passionate about engineering just because they got a 90 in their high school in their math course, or they're passionate about, you know.
على فكرة.
No, like لا المشكلة إنه people just assume, and then after 5, 6, 7 years they realize إنه okay, I like something else. Which is not an issue. A lot of people switch majors when they are, you know, 30s, 40s, 50s. It's not a huge issue. But what I personally always try to do is to discover what I am passionate about, based on things that I actually did. Not based on, well, okay, I want to be a consultant because, okay, I want to solve problems, خلاص, prestige, that's it. I want to be a consultant. ليش طيب? Okay, let's look at my transcript. Which courses, I don't care about the grade, but which courses did I personally enjoy? I personally feel that, you know, I want to be doing this for the rest of my life. If I worked at on a part-time basis for like a university, bank, whatever, ask yourself, do you enjoy this? Do you enjoy talking to people? Do you enjoy solving their issues? Even if it's a very small issue, you know, customer service representative solving a problem with your internet connection or whatever. Do you enjoy the part of talking to people, solving their problems, or not? Because if you don't, that means you're not that passionate about this field, and you need to try different things to discover what you're passionate about.
I'm not sure also, so you were saying, Ahmed, how do you know if it's the right career, if it's the right path, is that what?
No, it's just you find some people who are like 5, 6, 7 years in, and they're like they feel like out of place. They felt like they did not achieve anything. And my question is like related to the previous point. Is that because they did not have a plan? Well, what would cause that?
I feel like, yeah, for sure, having a plan kind of makes you want to dig inside of yourself and kind of write things down. Like I mentioned in the past, if when we were talking about planning, is if you wanna plan something, or if you wanna sit down and just make a plan, you for sure want to follow that, and then you won't make yourself sit down and write a plan for you to achieve something that you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So So if you go to write something down and you find that you don't feel that you are motivated to achieve those things that you've written down, then I feel like you will find the time to find whatever you want to do within yourself. So I feel like making a plan truly helps of finding a career and a path. And just like Ahmed touched upon is just look at the things that you've done well in your life, and that for sure helps you achieve what you want to.
And just to build on that, this is why it's very important to focus on the extracurricular activities. They always mention this in university or schools or professors who focus on extracurricular. But I personally, I'm right now in my final year. I'll be graduating, inshallah. If I within a month, inshallah. But I really realized in Amjad, I got a lot of advantages from the extracurricular activities that I did.
So yeah, makes the other things, other people.
احكي extracurricular 3 مرات ورا بعض.
3 مرات. انت سألت سؤال وين هربت؟ تعال تسأل أسئلة وتفقع. What do you think of having goals? Should people have?
How about you answer that, Ahmed? How about you answer that question?
والله نص. No, yeah. I think it's because it's not necessarily they don't have a plan. It's just their plan is very, very, very detailed. And sometimes when they don't achieve something, they just spend so much time trying to fix whatever's going on to achieve that initial target that they have. And they realize that they spent 5-6 years on that target. And now, because of what they did, they cannot achieve the rest because they put too much energy, too much thinking, too much effort into it. They're drained, they're burnt out, so they don't even have the drive to keep going, and they go back to the initial point. So what I would suggest is have a big picture, an end goal, like a long-term plan. But as you all said before, enjoy the journey to that plan. Don't actually focus too much on details.
Exactly. If you have minor details
and you spend too much time on it, you're never gonna
you write a plan, just like you said. Yeah, it really does. It has to be. Doesn't even have. It has to be just an overall plan. Because if you write minor, just details in your life, my day I want to do it like this, and that. I feel like it'll never go as planned, and that also be a demotivating factor when you write a plan that's not going the way you want it to be. So yeah, I guess it could be big dreams or big goals. And
another very important point that already Rashed mentioned before is being flexible and adaptable. So for example, if you look at all the businesses that started, Amazon started as a bookstore selling books and giving books online. Then it became one of the most successful supply chain or online shops in the world. Facebook, same thing. It started as a group chat for Harvard Business School students, and then it became a social one of the most successful media platforms. So it's important to always be flexible or see the opportunity then follow it. That's on Rashed's point.
احيانا انت زي ما حكيت كان سؤالك انه بعد 6 سنين 5 سنين من الجامعه بتلاحظ انه انت ايش بطلت تحب هذا الشيء وما حبيت هذا الشيء، حبيت شيء ثاني بدك تسوي بعد كل هاي السنين. بس صراحه زي ما حكيت انا بنقطه قبل انه كل واحد بيمشي على مجال على تايم فريم معين. احيانا وكمان الناس ممكن تتغير، ما مش غلط ومش غريب انه تلاقي واحد بعد كل هاي السنين مثلا كان ممكن ال5 سنين هدول بيعجبه اللي كان يسويه، ممكن كان بيحب هذا الشيء اللي كان يسويه، بس تلاقي بعد ال5 سنين 6 سنين لقى شغله ثانيه ما اجت له الفرصه انه يسوي اكسترا كوليكولر ولا شيء بهذا المجال، انه يكتشف انه بيحب هذا الشيء. فكمان يمكن كان يحب هذاك الشيء بس هذا حبه اكثر، فمو غلط كمان انه بعد كل هذا يغير، لانه كمان تعلم من كل هذاك الشيء ولا لا شيء كمان يحبه اكثر.
Knowledge
مش غلط.
Knowledge. You can never lose knowledge, and whatever أي شيء تعلمته will always be within you. And then
العلم نور. العلم نور. فايش ما يكون انا عليك معكم الشاعر راشد الحوراني.
انا عندي كمان issue that I think we're facing. انا ملك الايشوز
كل الايشوز
والله يا
خوفني عليك يا احمد.
you're the issue.
fun issue.
خوفتني عليك يا زلمه.
لا انا تمام معك. هون I feel like the people our age خصوصا العرب يعني they're always one of two kinds. انه I don't care what people talk about me, and no, I care too much about what people talk about me and my reputation. And I feel like يعني قليل الناس بتلاقي عندهم balance انه my reputation is important but still I want to do whatever I want to do. So do you guys feel like one of these extremes is right? طيب يا جماعة احنا كنا بنحكي سألت سؤال أنا بس كنسلناه لأنه أمجد فصل النتندو وطلع
Sorry, guys.
نستنى نص ساعة. we will not answer this question, we will leave it to you. Answer in the comments. أنا هلا صرت يوتيوب channel مظبوط. Yeah, answer that. Discuss this issue in the comments. So now we're just gonna wrap up and leave you guys with some takeaways for this episode.
Yes. I'll start with a takeaway since I left. Just like I said in the past, everybody has a different journey, and just enjoy yours along the way, and then don't focus on the other surroundings, but also don't have like a tunnel vision of perspective on life and success.
So, I agree with Amjad, صراحة. And I'd add, first of all, focus on yourself, دايما. It's never too late. Whatever mistake you make, just learn from it and keep going. It's never too late to make a change. If it's a change you think it's better for you, make that change and keep going. Never step back, keep going forward.
والله هاي بدنا نعملها كوت هيك راشد.
خلاص انا شاعر.
Have you ever thought of becoming a motivational speaker يا راشد ولا كيف؟
انا already motivational speaker بس قاعد بدور على الفين.
Yeah, my personal takeaway is don't let social media take too much of your time. Don't get affected by social media. Take the good stuff, take the positive side of it. Always just follow your dreams. Don't get too focused on wanting to get things fast. Just go with the path, trust the process, enjoy your time.
Amazing stuff. It's always hard.
What's your takeaway?
I'm just gonna say, I'm telling you, it's always hard going glass. So I'm just gonna join everything, and I'm gonna say, always take a break from what's affecting you negatively. Don't just keep going or just keep doing what you're doing. You can always stop, take a break, a switch, as everyone said, and always focus on yourself and improve yourself.
Yeah, one more takeaway مهم كتير يا جماعة.
الله يستر.
You're not alone. And people think sometimes والله I didn't get a job or I didn't get an internship for this year. Oh خلاص I'm
That's a big one.
Yeah, you're not alone. Everyone is on the same page. Don't get too
you don't like your career, you don't like your anything. You're not alone. There's a lot of people that are like that, and
opportunities are out there.
Exactly. If you
takeaways هيك للأبد. Anyways, guys, this was JABBA, just a bunch of bored Arabs, episode 3. Thank you so much, and tune in every Monday for the next episode. Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
comment,
and watch our previous videos. They're gonna be over here.
يا الله ما أبيخنا. Thank you guys.